The next one is regulation 11. So discharge standard for all regulated parameters except for COD are prescribed in the 5th schedule. Okay, under regulation 11. So dalam 5th schedule ni dia akan listkan semua value standard for all parameters. Okay, contohnya BOD, temperature, pH, okay, except for COD. So COD tak ada dalam 5th schedule. Okay, so dia listedkan standard value yang tak boleh exceed. Okay, for standard A and also standard B. So after this, I'll show you 5th schedule. Okay, next move to regulation 11, which stipulate the COD standards, which prescribed in 7th schedule. Okay, sebab dalam regulation 11 tadi tak ada COD value. Okay, COD standard tak ada. So dia letak dalam regulation 12. So regulation 12 is only for COD standard value. Kita panggil sebagai 7th schedule. Okay, so at the end of this slide, I'll show you 5th schedule, 7th schedule. So COD standard are set according to the industry categories, which is whether in standard A or standard B. Okay, so what's the difference between standard A and standard B? Okay, so kita ada dua standard sekarang. Maksudnya ada dua standard value. Okay, value yang tak boleh reach this standard lah. Okay. So for standard A applies to source which discharge point water course is upstream of water abstraction point. Okay, and then the difference between standard A and standard B. Standard B ni applies to source which discharge point water course is downstream. Okay, yang ni upstream, yang ni downstream of water abstraction point. So apa beza upstream downstream? So kalau A ni dekat bahagian hulu, okay, upstream, okay, above the water course, while standard B, okay, dekat bahagian hilir, okay, the downstream of the water course. Okay, dia ada a certain point. Okay, so later I'll show you standard A and standard B. Okay, standard A dekat bahagian hulu. Okay, a point yang kita kena ambil sampel tu lah. Okay, while standard B at the downstream. Okay, below the water course. Okay. So for example, kalau contohnya kalau okay, Shah Alam lies in which standard? Okay, so think about it. I'll ask you. Okay, so again, this is regulation 11. Okay, acceptable conditions for the discharge of industrial effluent other than parameter of chemical oxygen demand. So selain pada COD, semua dalam regulation 11. Okay, dalam 6th schedule. And then for dalam 5th schedule. Okay, this is example of 5th schedule. So dia ada semua parameter kecuali COD. Okay, so if you look at standard A and standard B, okay, standard A is for upstream, standard B is for downstream of the water course. Okay, so Shah Alam is under standard B because kita tak ada empangan. Kat area Shah Alam ni tak ada empangan. So kita dalam standard B. So if you look at some of the value of the parameter, about double. Okay, so kalau standard A, nilai yang dia tak boleh reach, tak boleh lebih adalah 20 untuk BOD. And then for standard B, it's about 50. Okay, cannot exceed 50 for BOD. Okay, this one pun about double. Okay, 50, this one is 100. Okay, because kita adalah jauh daripada empangan. So nilai dia lagi strict. Okay. Contoh empangan dekat Selangor ni kat mana? Example, we have dekat Batam Berjuntai contohnya. Okay, Semenyih ada empangan. So semua tu dekat applies for standard A lah. Okay. So Shah Alam, standard B. This is 5th schedule. Okay, and then remember again for regulation 12 is only for COD. Yeah, regulation 11 tadi, 11 other parameter except for COD. So regulation 12 is only for COD. So for standard A and standard B, dia ada bagi the certain standard. Okay. This is example of 7th schedule. Acceptable condition for discharge of industrial effluent containing chemical oxygen demand. So this value is only for COD. Okay. So yang dia listed kat sini hanyalah pulp and paper industry, pulp mill, paper mill, pulp and paper mill, textile industry, fermentation and distillery industry, and other industry. So if you look at the value here, standard B is more compared to standard A. Okay. So let's say if the question give you, contohnya dia bagi kilang pharmaceutical. So pharmaceutical under which industry? None. None stated here. So dia kalau pharmaceutical lies under other industry. So this is the value. Okay. Other than listed here, so kita gunakan other industry. Sorry. Okay. So kalau dia bagi contohnya example dalam in the question, Cadbury, kilang Cadbury. So Cadbury is not listed between A, B, C. So gunakan D, other industry. Okay. So use this value. Okay. Top glove. Top glove is for rubber. So tak ada listed here. So gunakan other industry. Okay. So nilai ni kena you have to remember lah. Untuk other industry, standard A is 80, standard B is 200. Yang ni tak payah hafal. The rest, you no need to memorize, but you have to remember for other industry. Okay. So if in the question does not give you the value, so you should know. Okay. Sebab kalau other industry, only this value. So you have to remember COD value for standard A is 80 and standard B is 200 for other industry. Top glove, Cadbury, what else? West Digital pun under other industry. Carlsberg, fermentation. Yes. Okay. Okay, next. Okay, these are record keeping requirements. So industries are required to maintain records of manufacturing processes and also operation, maintenance, and performance monitoring of the IETS. Okay. So to comply with the requirement to maintain records of manufacturing processes at a minimum, the following must be kept. Okay, to update the flowchart of the manufacturing process. Okay, to show clearly the points of effluent stream generation. Okay, so the DOE requires to keep the relevant record for a minimum of 3 years. Okay, so 3 years back, kena keep the records. Kalau dah 10 tahun, you can dispose lah. Okay, record tu. Kena simpan between 3 years sahaja. Okay. And then regulation number 27 is about maintenance of record. Okay, so an owner must maintain the records of the manufacturing process, operation, maintenance, and performance monitoring of the industrial effluent management system. The record under sub-regulation 1 shall be made available for inspection. So, and then next is for regulation 28 is for personnel training. So, all industry personnel who are involved in the operation of IETS must have the required knowledge and skills to enable them to perform their duties satisfactorily. Okay, so kena provide, contohnya kalau kepada untuk apa ni, untuk check meter contohnya, so kena bagi proper knowledge for that person. Okay, because certain equipment lain punya SOP dia, so they need to attend technical training course including environmental regulation. So their training record must be maintained for inspection. So for staff yang pergi training, so kena keep record, okay, as a proof. So nanti kalau ada orang datang audit, so they have all the proof. And then additional to the competence person training requirement. Okay. So personal training must be provided. Okay, and then again, same for regulation number 28, personal training. Okay, so ensure that the training for his or its employee, including retraining on updates for new, revised and existing requirement and procedure. Okay, so bila anything equipment update, so kena hantar training. So offence under any provision of IR can be charged in court, maximum 100,000. Okay, and compound allowable is 2,000. Okay. This is for non-compliance and penalties. And altogether we have 33 regulation kan? Okay, so this is regulation number 32. Okay, so any this is about penalty. So any person who contravenous regulation, semua regulation ni, shall be guilty of an offence and shall be liable to a fine not exceeding 100,000 ringgit. Okay, ni penalty. Okay.